So what's great about this conversation to me is we're starting to paint a picture of the mind of a CEO in an innovative space or in an innovation hungry space. And you're showing us, okay, bringing a diverse background, right? Bringing knowledge sets from different domains. You're showing us curiosity, right? You're showing us a hunger to make an impact, resilience, and the tolerance of the ups and downs of working in a wicked domain in a startup environment. So, two questions. One, is there anything else that person needs to survive in that environment? And then maybe give us an example of how that specific skill set plays out and works to your advantage. Those are two hard questions. Feel free to take them one at a time.
Yeah. I mean, there are a couple things, like there are a million things that you need, and it's ever evolving.
Yeah.
But one fairly universal thing is some alchemy of wherever you get your resilience and grit and just like humility from, because I really love, speaking of books, like concept of antifragile, antifragility, Nassim Taleb, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just such a really cool idea, because you start out in fragile systems. Well, nobody wants a fragile system. Great. So you bolster it and you make it stronger and you make it more resilient and tougher, right? Well, in a way, you can remove some of the fragility. You can make it a rigid system. And a rigid system can resist some attacks. But a rigid system still will crumble and fall. And if it gets hit hard enough, it will shatter. And an anti-fragile system takes everything you throw at it, and it's built in such a way that it becomes better and stronger because of the challenges and the damage that it experiences. So, like, you almost need an anti-fragile way of being to just keep coming back and say, yep, every scar is strengthening, every lesson, every challenge. So it's going further than setting the ego aside and saying, I am going to do nothing but learn. And hopefully it's onward and upward. And like that, at least for me, like that's what it means to be more than just like resilient. Like grit will get you so far, but your batteries are going to run out, right? So unless you build systems, and that's where I was going to say it's a couple of things. So it's like that plus your people. Like this is such an isolating piece of work in a weird sort of way, because you get to work really intimately with a team, but to some extent, like you're always going to have some form of insulation that you're putting forth a persona, you're putting forth what your team needs from you, because that's what they need from you in this role. But then there aren't that many people that work in this way that like really get it and can empathize, and that you can just be raw with, because you're also out there, raising capital and building corporate relationships and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, it's hard to share that it can be harder. It's hard to share. It's like, I don't have the answer right now, but I'll figure it out. But like, you can't always project that. So then you just sit there going, well, I guess I better figure it out, and I got to do it by myself. And that could be a little bit messy. So it's really like resilience, anti-fragility, and the people around you that make that possible. Friends, family, have a network of other people who understand it. Like get yourself some friends with other startup CEOs. Or that's why I love talking to you guys, is like because of the work that you do. You have a different lens and familiarity with that struggle. And that can be a really, really powerful resource, more than I think you guys maybe even realize sometimes.